Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Victor Lindelof opens the door to signing a new Man United contract. Sweden international Victor Lindelof has opened the door to signing a new long-term contract with Manchester United. The centre-back is currently in his seventh season with the Red Devils, and he continues to remain a valuable player. Speaking to Football Scanalen, Lindelof said that he is aware of the extension clause which will keep him at United until June 2025. He said, "That's more than I heard, but I have an option for another year and there is a deadline for it. When exactly, I don't know, but it feels quite likely that it will be activated." When asked whether he would like to prolong his stay further, the 29-year-old added that he would absolutely love to, as he is enjoying his career at the Premier League club. He added, "Absolutely, I enjoy myself very much. I am entering my seventh year at the club. I feel good and the family feels good. It's a club that I really like and that I love to represent." Lindelof joined the Red Devils from Benfica for £31 million in the summer of 2017. He has since accumulated 241 appearances for the club across all competitions since last season. The Swedes' playing time has marginally reduced, with Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez being the preferred centre-backs under manager Erik ten Hag. However, he has still remained a key figure for the club, considering Varane and Martinez's injury record. In our view, it's a no-brainer to extend his contract beyond June 2025. United are likely to pursue another marquee centre-back next year, but it should be at the expense of Harry Maguire, who has underperformed over the past few seasons. With Sir Jim Ratcliffe on the verge of securing a minority stake at United, there is a good possibility that the club could sign Jean-Claire Todibo from Nice or other target. Ratcliffe is the owner of the French outfit Nice. AC Milan interested in signing Manchester United defender Harry Maguire. AC Milan are reportedly among a number of clubs in Italy keen on signing Manchester United defender Harry Maguire. This is according to talkSPORT reporter Alex Crook, who divulges that the Rossoneri are closely monitoring Maguire's situation at United with a view to possibly swooping in for him. As per Crook, AC Milan are not the only party from Serie A tracking the England international, as there are other clubs open to adding him to their ranks. It's understood that the move would appeal to Maguire, as he could follow the steps of former teammate Chris Smalling. Italy has somewhat proven to be a lifeline for struggling English footballers looking to prove a point and get their careers back on track. Stars like AC Milan's Fikayo Tomori, Roma's Tammy Abraham, and of course Smalling have all endured remarkable revivals after struggling in the Premier League. Recently, Maguire opened up on his situation at United and admitted that he can no longer afford to carry on being a secondary player. He sent a stern warning to Erik ten Hag over his limited playing time. Since his arrival last summer, Ten Hag has demonstrated a clear preference for a centre-back partnership of Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw are also above the former Leicester City man in the pecking order. During the transfer window, West Ham made a bid for Maguire, which was accepted by United. This was after the 30-year-old was stripped of the captaincy. However, the defender could not come to an agreement over personal terms with the Hammers, and so the switch collapsed. So far this term, Maguire has started 2 of 4 games across all competitions. His only start in the Premier League came against Brentford just before the international break due to an injury crisis to the Red Devils' defensive department, which saw Varane and Martinez ruled out of the cash. Getafe and Sevilla to face off for Mason Greenwood. Despite strengthening in the summer, Manchester United are still struggling to score goals this season, with the team currently the second lowest scorers among the top 11 teams in the Premier League. Rasmus Højlund has started in a blistering fashion in the Champions League, but is yet to open his account in the Premier League. Last season's top scorer Marcus Rashford has really struggled so far, netting it just once, while Anthony Martial once again remains on the periphery, with many reports linking him with a January exit. This is exactly why manager Erik ten Hag was desperate for another striker to come in. At one point, the manager even stated that Mason Greenwood would be able to spearhead the team's attack if he were to be reinstated. The United Academy graduate was arrested last year on serious charges of rape, controlling and coercive behavior, and assault occasioning actually bodily harm. Even though the charges were dropped, fans were absolutely against the idea of Greenwood returning to the first team, and there was a lot of anger when news emerged that there were serious discussions about reintegrating him back into the squad. In the end, it was announced that the 22-year-old would not be returning, and instead he sealed a loan move to Getafe in La Liga on a transfer deadline day. He has played 5 games so far for his new team and scored once and registered an assist, and his displays have already alerted the big clubs willing to take a gamble on the youngster. The People's Person recently reported that Getafe were open to keeping him beyond his loan spell, with the forward himself keen to continue his career at the club. Now the Mirror have claimed Sevilla are also eyeing a move at the end of the season. The Europa League champions are regular in the Champions League and are obviously a much bigger draw. United are reportedly paying the bulk of Greenwood's wages, and a permanent sale will be what the club should seek to do as soon as possible. There have been reports that the forward could return to United next season, an idea that should not be entertained. Man United midfielder Bruno Fernandez stars for Portugal in 5-0 thrashing. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes played 79 minutes for Portugal in their 5-0 UEFA Euro qualifier victory against Bosnia. The United captain got on the score sheet. His goal was Portugal's third of the game after Cristiano Ronaldo's sensational brace put the Seleção firmly in control within the opening 25 minutes. Barcelona duo João Cancelo and João Felix also registered goals in the first half to ensure that the second period of the match was only a formality. Fernandes grabbed 2 assists in Portugal's last fixture versus Slovakia. This time, he did one better by clinching his 18th international goal since making his debut in 2017. During the time he was on the pitch for the national team, Fernandes had 54 touches on the ball. He successfully delivered 35 of the 43 passes he tried to find his teammates with, chalking up a pass success rate of 81%. The playmaking midfielder made 3 attempts to cross the ball and came out on top just once. In an impressive show of his technical ability, Fernandes tried to ping a long ball on 6 occasions and found his intended target 4 times. The 29-year-old missed one big chance from a fantastic cross delivered inside the opposition box by United teammate Diogo Dalot. Fernandes could, however, not make a clean enough connection with the ball, and so a clear-cut goal-scoring opportunity went begging. The United skipper delved into 4 ground duels and won 3 of them. He was not required to contest any challenges in the air. Finally, Fernandes made 1 clearance and twice as many tackles, which helped neutralize any little threat that Bosnia tried to mount. Portugal boss Roberto Martinez previously referred to Fernandes as a dream player for any coach to manage due to the footballer's intelligence and offensive contributions. He showed once more why Martinez has such high faith in him. For Fernandes, all focus now shifts to United and the Red Devils' upcoming Premier League visit to Bramall Lane to face Sheffield United. New club suddenly in pole position to sign Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho reportedly remains a target for several top European clubs at the moment, according to the latest reports on the England international's future. Sancho has struggled during his time at Old Trafford, and one expects he will be on his way out of the club this January unless something major changes in the coming weeks in terms of his poor relationship with manager Erik ten Hag. Now, latest reports suggest that despite interest from the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Roma and Tottenham, as well as clubs in Saudi Arabia, it's Juventus moving into pole position for Sancho this winter. The 23-year-old could do well to try reviving his career in Serie A, just as other English players have done in recent times. The likes of Abraham, Chris Smalling, Tomori, and Loftus-Cheek have benefited from moving to Italy, so there is surely every chance Sancho could do the same. The struggling Red Devils winger surely hasn't lost all his ability overnight and just needs to get some confidence back and play regularly again. Manchester United ready to sell 26-year-old in January for the right price. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay has been linked with a move away from the club in recent months. The 26-year-old was linked with an exit during the summer transfer window, but he ended up staying at the club. Since then, he has been linked with a January transfer as well. However, a reporter from 90 Minute claims that the 26-year-old midfielder could be sold midway through the season if there is a good offer on the table. Manchester United are not desperate to get rid of him, but they will sell him for the right price. West Ham tried to sign the player during the summer transfer window, and it remains to be seen whether they decide to come back for him in January. He could be a useful acquisition for most mid-table clubs in the Premier League. He will add a defensive cover and drive to the midfield. The Scottish international recently scored a memorable stoppage time brace against Brentford, and Manchester United will hope that he can be a useful option for them in the coming months as well. The Red Devils need a deeper squad to do well across multiple competitions, and keeping the 26-year-old at the club could prove to be a wise decision. It remains to be seen whether the player is content with the role of a squad player. He will want to play regularly at this stage of his career, and it's unlikely that Manchester United will be able to provide him with the platform. It will be interesting to see how the situation unfolds in January. Paul Mitchell in line for a sporting director role at Manchester United. Former Tottenham Hotspur head of youth scouting Paul Mitchell has emerged as a leading contender for a sporting director role at Manchester United, The Athletic reports. The impending 25% stake acquisition by petrochemicals billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos in Man United is on the cusp of completion, with the deal expected to be officially ratified on Thursday. The agreement includes a clause that grants Ratcliffe and Ineos control over the club's sporting matters, relegating the Glazer family to a secondary role. Improving and expanding Old Trafford will be a primary objective of the Ratcliffe investment, as well as revamping the club's footballing operations. The Glazers have pumped approximately 400 million pound into the Erik ten Hag administration, yielding a Carabao Cup success in the Dutchman's debut campaign. However, the Red Devils are languishing in 10th place in the Premier League table following an abysmal start to the 23-24 season, also suffering defeat in their opening two Champions League fixtures. The Ineos hierarchy believes the Man United recruitment strategy could be improved, and Ratcliffe aims to make various appointments of his own, starting with a new sporting director. John Murtough has been head of that department since 2021, while ex-Man United midfielder Darren Fletcher has supported him in the role of football director. However, Ineos aims to bring in a more established name for the position, and Mitchell, who has previously worked at RB Leipzig and Tottenham, is a leading contender. Mitchell is a widely regarded as a prominent talent scout and recruitment expert in Europe, and maintains a strong rapport with senior figures at Ineos. His previous experience at Monaco coincided with Ineos' acquisition of fellow League One side Nice. During that time, Monaco had ascended to the top of the league table after multiple successful transfer windows. Mitchell left his role with Monaco to move back home to Manchester, sparking talks of potentially joining the Red Devils, having been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford in the past. Man United enter race to sign a Spanish wonderkid Asante Diao from Real Betis. Manchester United have entered the race to sign highly rated winger Asante Diao from Real Betis, according to Spanish outlet Vigaches. The 18-year-old made his debut for the La Liga outfit last month, and he has impressed with the 3 goals from his opening 5 appearances. The teenager has the ability to play on either flank, and Vigaches report that his performances has grabbed the attention of the Red Devils. United are looking for another talented winger to add to their ranks, and Diao has emerged as an option. However, the youngster won't come on the cheap. There is currently a €30 million release clause on his contract with the Spanish outfit. The Spain under-21 international has made just 5 appearances for Betis, but he has caught the eye with his distribution and creativity. Diao has completed an impressive 86% of his passes. He has also worked hard defensively with 1.7 tackles and 7.3 duels won per game. His dribbling ability has also been mesmerizing to watch. In our view, United could contemplate a possible deal for him if there is a departure. Jadon Sancho's future is currently uncertain at United after his public outburst over Erik ten Hag's comment, and he could be sold soon. We would ideally prefer someone promoted from the academy, but it won't come as a surprise if United pursue a young winger from overseas. Diao's current contract does not expire until the summer of 2027, and this could urge Betis to hold out for his buyout clause to sanction his sale. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.